You know, you'll see in that photo just how ugly this space was.
Yep.
And I mean, it's filled in everywhere. Back behind that tree was a place that got really bare as well. It is really cool after y'all came out and aerated and seeded to watch it, like kind of just steadily turn more and more green as it filled in.
Yeah.
It was a cool process just to watch and see that what we wanted was actually coming to fruition without having to, you know, we talked about like torch everything. And I was just like, we're gonna be here for a long time. Like, let's take our time, let's do it over time. And it took off a whole lot faster than we ever would have expected.
Hey everybody, I'm Steven Moses with Precision Landscape. I'm standing here with Graham Rogers, one of our clients. And we just wanted to talk a little bit about what you have seen in the transformation of your yard since you started using Precision for your lawn fertilization, weed control services through us. So Graham, tell me about your history in the upstate, some tidbits about yourself.
Yeah, there aren't too many of us left, but I actually was born and raised in Greenville.
Wow.
Grew up just a few minutes away actually. So met my wife in middle school, you know, started dating in college and then got married, but we've lived here our entire lives. I know I have memories when I was growing up of having a yard with lush grass that, you know, at our house. And so that was something important to me as we moved here. We previously had a townhouse, small yard, didn't take a lot of upkeep either. So then when we moved here because it was not just a bigger house for us and our family, but we had more space in the yard and we wanted it to be a usable space. So had a lot of different areas that we could choose from in the upstate, but love the potential of this yard, this space. And so that's why we moved here and called Precision as well.
What was the first thing that you noticed in terms of transformation in the yard when you started using us? What did you try before versus what you saw having us do it?
Yeah. So when we first moved into the house, we wanted a bigger yard for the family that we were growing and wanted to spend time outside. But when we got here, we noticed a lot of different dead patches, a lot of weeds, different types of grasses in the yard. And it just wasn't what we were looking for. We didn't want to spend that time outside. So I had tried some of my own manual aerating, cutting, weeding, things like that, and got to the point where I was just spending multiple hours a week, especially on weekends, trying to treat it myself and fix things, and got to the point where to save myself time and spend that time with my family, that we decided, hey, we were gonna call some people and see if they could help us fix the yard. Got in touch with you, honestly talked with a couple of other companies, but you were pretty straightforward and also listened to, hey, we didn't want to totally torch things. We wanted to maybe take things slow because we had a longer timeline, planned to be here for a while. You listened to us, gave us options, and since then we feel like, you know, we actually have a green yard instead of dirt patches. It's not a bunch of weeds, and we've spent a lot more family time outside because of that. We don't feel embarrassed by the front yard when neighbors come home and things like that. So it's been a really good experience for us, both with just interacting with you, but then also the results that we've gotten in the yard. We had a pretty jarring photo that we took out of one of the windows of our home. Had a photo
show here.
Yeah, present here, but we had a photo from the previous year. We got a memory up on our phones.
Yeah.
We happened to be standing in the kitchen, looked out the yard at the same time, and it was just night and day what the yard looked like.
Yeah.
And again, that saved me multiple hours a weekend for an entire year to get the results that we really wanted, and actually loved looking out at the backyard as opposed to before where we were like, it's dirt and weeds and not really presentable for what we wanted.
Well, Graham, I appreciate you sharing some insight with us, some of your testimony, and want to tell anybody out there, if you want to get some time back in your life, if you wanted to reach out to somebody about whether it's the fertilization and weed control aspect of the yard, to even weekly maintenance and really anything in terms of the landscape, feel free to reach out and we would love to meet with you, talk that through, and get you started.